The third time is the charm. This is my third time doing this review. Okay, I'm done venting. I'll just get to the point.
Okay.
This is our review of the ADIDAS ADIZERO Pro. Adidas took forever to come out with their super shoe. Like when you talk about big brands, I think of Nike, Adidas. The two like major brands with all the money and they make things, you know, the top runners are signed to one of those two brands. And Nike's been like, I don't know, was it 2016, 2017, been using carbon plate shoes. Here we are in 2020 and Adidas finally put one out to the public. This is the first one, the ADIZERO Pro, not to be confused with the ADIZERO Adios Pro.
That's the difference?
So it's a different one.
What's the difference?
That one has a much more of a stack height. So it's gonna be more of your AlphaFly, VaporFly-esque type shoe. The longer distances, more cushioning for the cushioning.
So it's like Coke and Coke Zero.
Sure. All right, so let's start off with what is this shoe for? This is your elite, professional, top-end super shoe. Super shoe meaning your distance races, maybe a 10K, your half marathon, your full marathons. Why? Because it has a carbon plate.
Carbon plate.
Carbon plates, Vaporfly, Endorphin Pros, the Meta Racers. There's so many of them. Every brand has one now. 2 years ago, it was just Nike. Now it's like everyone has one. Some have 2 or 3 about now. So this is the first one. First off, this is the best Adidas running shoe that's been out in a while. I feel like I've been complaining about a lot of ones. I think you haven't found one you really liked.
Yeah.
Do you like this one?
I do like this one. Yes. This is, I haven't, well, I mean, I've only ran in mainly 2 Adidas shoes now, so, and in this one, I was like, okay, Adidas, I'll give you a try again, and I really enjoyed it. It was, you know, really lightweight, firm, but bouncy, too. And I thought that the upper fit really nice. You had padding in the right places. The tongue felt great. It wasn't too stiff. And then the heel collar had, you know, fit around my foot nicely.
Yeah, I think to me the upper was probably the most impressive part. It really had that simple yet effective like design. You know, I even noticed it had these like extra holes by the laces that you can kind of adjust the fit. I did mess with them a little bit. I mean, I think I was better off with just the normal lightweight fit, but you know, just the option to kind of add some more, you know, adapt the upper a little more, tweak it to your liking. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen that in another shoe.
No, I thought that was really inventive for them to put just like those simple holes. Why didn't other shoes put that there? You know, you can have that narrower fit if you need it, and it doesn't, you know, subtract from the shoe at all.
Yeah, and the mesh is just like, you can see right through the shoe. Like whatever sock you're wearing, you can see the sock. And no, so breathability is on par with the best of the best. And you know, just the minimal design. Like you want a minimal design in these kind of racing shoes. It's meant to cut off the weight. This shoe is fairly light. What makes it maybe a little tad heavier is the inclusion of boost in the midsole. So the midsole has light strike, which is like the newer foam they've been using in a lot of the shoes, such as the SL20, the ADIZERO Boston 9, and also in that 8 in some versions. That was kind of a weird thing. But yeah, this is their new light foam. They combined it with the boost. And the boost is in the heel. And I was kind of wondering like why they put boost in the heel, and I thought maybe it's probably just marketing, because if you add boost to anything Adidas, it kind of has like that name recognition. And you know, it's just in the heel. And so I was kind of tempted just to like heel strike on purpose, just to see if it does anything. And I mean, it's a little more cushioning back there. So for those who heel strike, this will definitely protect you from that, you know, that impact. But you know, boost is just a little bit heavier material. I kind of feel like it was maybe unnecessary, but I get it. And it does look cool. Kind of have like that contrasty, like from that midsole to this cushioning. So it's just kind of cool to say this has all our technologies. So a little marketing, they use a little bit. It's not the entire thing. It's just mostly just the heel here, and the rest of this is Light Strike. Light Strike is a little more of a firmer material. It doesn't have as much flex, but combined out with the carbon plate, I don't expect much flex anyway. The ride, how did it feel in stride?
I thought it had a nice stride to it. Nice toe off. I
think people want to compare everything to VAPORFLY. If VAPORFLY is cushioning and squishy, this is like the far end of that. I would say the Meta Racers and Skechers Speed Elites are kind of on that end. So this is kind of like a little more on that side compared to like on the squishy side. So
I agree with that.
Definitely more responsive. But people will say, oh, it's responsive, it means it's not soft enough for a marathon. No, you can still go fast. It's not gonna be as squishy, which is not always a good thing for everyone. I prefer a balanced feel, and I think this provided closer to that balanced feel that I like. It's still cushioned, don't get me wrong. It's just not like, you're not sinking in. I kind of like the outsole design. It kind of has that segmented outsole, kind of like the Reebok Float Ride. And then you have the Continental rubber kind of covering the entire forefoot. Now, this kind of reminds me of the Reebok Float Ride Pro, with little pieces in there. And, you know, for those who don't know, Adidas is the parent company of Reebok. So they can kind of share technology, so I won't say they copied it because, you know, they're probably owned by the same guy. He's probably like, hey, that works in that shoe, use it in this shoe.
I also feel like they have a very similar front here to the Meta Racer with that full ground contact.
Right. Kind of feels like almost like a float ride mixed with a boost shoe with a Meta Racer feel. So I don't know.
I see that. Yeah.
It's like a merge of a few things going on.
It's a good merge.
It's an interesting merge. I like it.
Yeah, it works.
What I think people won't like is it's not gonna have that ample cushioning. I think people who like really want that high stack height shoe, there's a reason why they made the Adios Pro with this shoe. 2 different flavors, 2 different feels. Yeah. So if you're someone who's like, I need that high cushioning, then this one's gonna be like, not enough for you.
Yeah.
And I think that one's gonna have more of that VAPORFLY-esque feel. This is another spin on what a carbon plate shoe can be. And I think they did a good job. The fit's right. The fit's actually true to size. It actually, like, toe box room and snug in the heel and midfoot. Like, it fits the way I would want a racing shoe to feel. Is it my favorite? I don't think quite so. I still prefer the Meta Racer from ASICS, but, you know, I'm Team MAGA, so that's how I feel. How do you feel about that?
You know, I feel like they're very, very similar. I wouldn't mind wearing either one of them.
Yeah, they're really close. Close to call. But I would imagine if you're, you know, someone who likes a little more stylish, this one has, you know, the recognition of Adidas. I mean, people love Adidas. So
the Meta Racer is pretty stylish.
The Meta Racer is good looking.
I do like the Meta Racer is a little bit lighter.
They are really light. But, you know, they had to add the boost to it. If they didn't add this boost to it, I think they probably could have saved like a whole ounce by not using the boost.
Well.
And numbers matter. If you have a shoe that's 8 ounces versus 7, people are like, that's way too heavy for racing. I can't do that. But 7 ounces, oh my gosh, I just broke my PR is amazing. I can't lose. I'm Kipchoge.
But it does add a little bit more cushion than the Meta Racer.
Yes.
So, you know, it's just that hair step up.
You can't win. You're gonna upset somebody.
So, I mean, I think it's a good balance. I really like the shoe. I think they did a really good job with it, and it's just now it comes down to the nitty gritty. What do you personally like better?
True. You know, I think now that almost every brand has a shoe out there, I can't find one I'm just like, oh, that one's crap.
Yeah.
I can't think of one I'm just not like.
They all kind of have a different purpose. So I like that they don't all try to put out the same shoe. It's, you know, all carbon plated shoes, but it has slightly different, you know, features.
Yeah, just speaking of features, if you like some feature socks, links down below. But other than that, the shoe's pretty good. Should I be more excited? Like, this shoe is awesome. No, we don't do that here. We keep it real. It's a good shoe. I like it. I think it looks good. I'm interested to see what the Adios feels like, the Adios Pro. Like, well, I like the more style cut. In my mind, I'm thinking, maybe interesting to try. Franny, get out the frame. All right, we gotta end this because Franny wants to play. Be sure to comment down below what has been your favorite carbon plate shoe so far. There's been enough brands that have had one out. I'm sure most of you either seen one, tried one, are you interested in trying a specific one? Let us know in the comment section down below. Follow us on IG, Instagram, Megwag Runs, Jameson Runs. You should actually change my name to Jameson Jogs. So a lot of you guys believe I should be Jameson Jogs because, you know, the elite jogger thing. But I made that name like 4 years ago. I just, you know, I didn't know I was gonna become a jogger. I was still running back then. I retired in the midst of all this nonsense and YouTubes and all the other stuff.
I'd say just keep it. That's your brand, you know.
I got a brand,
Yes.
and I also have a Patreon
Oh.
that you can check out down below
Wow.
if you want to support your boy
Good segment.
and Franny.
Yep.
And thanks for watching. Be sure to stay in school. Don't do drugs, and if you can't, keep it tight.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
No pause.
No.
No pause. I couldn't steal it
Keep it tight.
then.
Keep it tight.
All right.
Yes.